All right, so welcome and thanks for joining our intro session. As I said, today is the intention is just to introduce our group, which is going to be offered starting in the new year. This is an 8-week program and we'll break down the details in the slides to come. But this will be a group that is centered around mindfulness-based cognitive therapy. This is a model of therapy that's rooted in mindfulness and also cognitive therapy. And it'll be done in a group environment, additionally with some individual touch points for participants throughout. Next slide. So today we're going to cover who will be leading the group. We'll do a couple introductions. I'll also talk a little bit about what MBCT is and what you can expect out of the group. We'll review the program details, and then we'll actually give you a little taster of a mindfulness practice by doing an exercise included in the program called Mindfulness of Breath. We'll talk about why you might want to join this program, and we'll answer any questions that you have at the end. So the team that will be leading this group is myself, Cor Brown, and I'm trained in this modality of therapy. I'm also an EFT trained relationship therapist and an EMDR trained trauma therapist here at Renova, San Diego. I also am a yoga teacher and have been teaching yoga since 2015. So I really love bringing together mindfulness and the mind, body, spirit connection is something that really informs a lot of my work. I'm currently a doctoral candidate at Alliant International University, and I'm conducting research on this connection of mind, body, and relationships within the context of EFT and cancer. So looking at the effect of relational therapy on cancer patients and how the mind and body is connected in that process. So that's something I'll also be bringing into this group, is that awareness and that some research as well. So this is really just designed to create a safe space for connection to yourself and reflection and growth and learning some skills and some tools that hopefully you can take into your day-to-day life that will help support your mental health.
Awesome. Thank you, Cor. My name is Mary Resman, and I'm a trainee at Renova, also EFT trained here, as well as a yoga teacher, and also very believe in the mind, body, spirit connection and just the power of mindfulness and continually bringing ourselves back to the here and now, the present, to really dive deeply into what we're feeling and experiencing, and then also believe in nature and movement as supportive healing tools. So can bring that into how we can support the mindfulness practice, and then believe that this mindfulness practice not only supports our own journeys of healing and growth, but also supports our ability to have healthy relationships with others. And then we have another trained therapist that will be working with us and helping guide this group. Victoria could not be here today, but she is also very passionate about mental health. She supports mental health education and curriculum in schools here in San Diego. And she's also training at Renova and has her undergraduate studies in philosophy. So this will be the team that will be guiding you all through the 8 weeks.
All right. So what is mindfulness-based cognitive therapy? It is an empirically validated treatment modality that is designed to help people who suffer with repeated bouts of depression, anxiety, and other forms of chronic unhappiness or just challenges in life. Most of the research that has been done on MBCT has been done on treatment-resistant depression. So this means it's been shown to be an effective model for folks who have tried all sorts of different treatments for their depression, including multiple different medications and different therapies, and it hasn't really been effective. And we're broadening it up in this group to just kind of open it up to anybody that wants to build and foster a deeper connection with themselves and enhance their own mental health. I think most people at some point in their life struggle with depression or anxiety symptoms. And so this is certainly something I think we can all find some relief from in the new year. And MBCT combines the ideas of cognitive therapy with meditative practices and attitudes based on the cultivation of mindfulness. As I said, this group will be an opportunity to heal alongside a community, which is a really great and unique experience. And it's a perfect adjunctive treatment to if you're doing individual therapy, maybe you're in couple therapy or family therapy, or you're working with a psychiatrist, but you're just looking for that additional touch point and the support of a group. So very, very excited to introduce this group. And I've been a participant in this group before, and I've been trained in this group, and I've seen firsthand and through the research how powerful it can be. So we're very excited.
Thanks, Core. In addition to, as a part of this group, we'll have a pre and post assessment that will be individualized to you as a participant. And the pre-group participant assessment will be a one-on-one meeting with Victoria or myself, and we can work around your schedule. It's a way to have that individualized treatment to see, okay, what's your current status of your mental health? What goals are you wanting to get out of this 8-week program? So we can set those and track success and how effective it was at the end of it. And then also a guide for staying on track and ensuring that this is a successful 8-week program. And again, you'll be working one-on-one with one of the therapists before the first session. So that happens at the beginning. And then at the end, we'll also have a post-group participant assessment to track how did this 8-week experience impact your mental health, and then also set you up for success as this group ends and as you continue to use these practices and what you've learned. And then that will also be a flexible time that works for you with one of the individual therapists. And so, as Core mentioned, this will be, the group is a really great way to grow and learn and heal alongside a community. And this pre and post assessment is a way to get individualized treatment and really cater this program to your needs and what you are looking for. So really excited to offer this in the beginning and the end of the program.
Thanks, Mary. So an overview of the 8-week group meetings, which will occur on Fridays at 9 a.m. So at this very time, and it will be on Zoom. This will all be done virtually, the whole group. So, and our intention with that is just to make it accessible to as many folks as possible and allow it to kind of weave nicely into your schedule and provide a moment of pause on Friday mornings to really ground down and get settled into your weekend. The first session will be about awareness and automatic pilot mode. I'm going to kind of breeze through the topics, but I just want to give you a taste of the things that we'll be covering and for you to know that each one of these topics will also be an opportunity to have a practice. So we will offer a mindfulness practice that goes along with the topic. We will offer a little bit of education around the topic itself, and then we'll have time in the group to really process what came up during the exercise and really anything that's coming up in your life right now, and to have some conversations and some group process time in addition to the learning and the practicing. So that's all going to be included on those Friday morning meetings. The next session will be about living in our heads and how that impacts us. Third session will be about gathering the scattered mind. Session 4 will be about recognizing aversion. 5 will be about allowing and letting be, about acceptance. Session 6 will be noticing that thoughts are not facts and taking a step below our thoughts to our sense of being rather than getting caught in our thoughts, which we can all do. And session 7 will be trying to answer the question, how can I best take care of myself? And then finally, session 8 will be about maintaining and extending your learnings from the group.
Awesome. So some logistics for this program, we'll go over time and place, as Core mentioned before, some of the financial commitments. We'll cover the pre and post assessment again, and then goal setting for you as an individual. As Core mentioned, the group will be taking place at this time, Friday, starting the first week of January at 9 a.m. It'll be weekly via Zoom for 8 weeks, and the start date will be that first Friday in January, Friday, January 5th. Some of the financial commitments of this program. So we do have early bird pricing. So if you sign up by next Friday, which is December 15th, you will be granted the price of $50 per session, which is a total of $400 for this 8 weeks. And then if you sign up after that early bird until January 5th, it is that $60 per session. And then, as I mentioned before, we have those pre and post assessments. So included in the program cost, you have those individualized meetings before the first session and then after the first session to really gauge your success and goals for your individualized treatment throughout the group. And then finally, in those free sessions will really help refine goal setting for you. So as you think about yourself in these 2 months going into this program, what do you want? What are you feeling to go into the new year to set yourself up for success after you complete the program?
All right. Lots of information that we just downloaded onto you. So thanks for staying with us. And we're now just going to transition into an exercise called the mindfulness of breath. And then we'll transition toward some final Q&A and opportunity to chat with you. So this is one of the practices that is sort of the basic foundation of MBCT, and it's quite simple. I'm just going to ask you to draw awareness to your breath, and I'll guide you through this. So I'd like you to start by finding a comfortable seat and settle into a comfortable sitting position, either on a straight-backed chair or a soft surface on the floor. Start to lengthen your spine. Allow your shoulders to soften out of your ears. And if it feels okay, I invite you to close your eyes or just settle your gaze. Allow your back to adopt a nice, strong, straight position, finding a dignified and comfortable position. And if you are seated on a chair, place your feet flat on the floor with your legs uncrossed. Now bring your awareness to the level of physical sensation by focusing your attention on the sensations of touch and pressure in your body, where it makes contact with the floor or the chair or whatever you're sitting on. Just spend a moment or two exploring these sensations. And now bring your awareness to the changing pattern of physical sensations in the lower abdomen as your breath moves in and out of your body. It might even help to place your hand over your belly and one hand over your heart. And focus your awareness on the sensations of slight stretching as the abdominal wall rises with each in-breath, and of gentle deflation as it falls with each out-breath. As best as you can, follow your awareness of the breath as it moves all the way up and all the way down your body. Sort of follow your breath as if you were playing follow the leader, drawing your awareness in on the inhale and allowing your body to further relax on your exhale. There's no need to try to control the breathing in any way. Just simply let the breath breathe itself. As best as you can, also bring this attitude of allowing the rest of your experience to just happen. There's nothing to be fixed, no particular state to be achieved. As best as you can, simply allow your experience to be your experience without needing it to be other than it is. Sooner or later, usually sooner for most of us, your mind will wander away from the focus on the breath to thoughts and plannings, maybe daydreams, drifting along. And this is perfectly okay. It's simply what minds do. It's not a mistake or a failure. But when you do notice that your awareness is no longer on the breath, first gently congratulate yourself because you have come back and are once more aware of your experience. You may want to acknowledge briefly where the mind has been, and then gently escort the awareness back to the focus on the changing patterns of physical sensations in your lower abdomen, renewing the intention to pay attention to the ongoing in-breath and out-breath. And however often you notice that the mind has wandered, as best as you can, just congratulate yourself each time for reconnecting with your experience and gently escort the attention back to the breath to simply resume following the awareness of the changing patterns of physical sensation with every in-breath and out-breath. And as best as you can, bring a quality of kindness to your awareness. Perhaps seeing the wanderings of your mind as an opportunity to bring patience and a gentle curiosity to your experience. Just take one more breath in and out. And when you're ready, start to come back to the room by wiggling your toes and fingers and eventually opening your eyes. No rush. Take your time. I just want you to observe and take note of what might have shifted in that just brief exercise. If there's any physical changes in your body, any more sensations of relaxation or presence, any shifts or changes in your mind toward a more present state, and just sort of observe that and notice that. So we will be practicing all sorts of different mindfulness exercises. This is a really basic one where we're basically just encouraging attention on our breath. But so much of our day we can spend just go, 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 go. And it is so powerful when we pause and we slow down and we start to notice our thoughts and our feelings and our body. And really, if I could summarize the goal of this group in one sentence, it's just creating more of a space between the stimulation of life, the stimuli, and our response. And if we can just broaden that gap, if we can broaden that pause, in that space lies our power to choose and to grow and to evolve, to enhance our life individually, but also in relationships, in the way that we show up with our colleagues, with our friends, with our families. And mindfulness is, I mean, the research on mindfulness is just at this point, you know, we can't even argue with the data that we have of how effective this is for increasing that space of awareness and the ability to respond to life moment to moment. So thanks for participating in that. Go to the next slide.
Awesome. Thank you, Core. I hope you all enjoyed a little taster, as Core said, of some of the type of exercises that you will get to experience throughout this program. So, going to cover a few more benefits of this 8-week program. So, as we stated in the beginning, the benefits of a supportive community. So, you have that blend of individualized goal setting and working with a therapist and having that idea of how you want to define success for you. And you have the community within the group. So others that are like-minded that want to grow and come back to the present and expand that space between the stimulation and the pause in a supportive group setting. And then also skill development. So each session will be doing a specific practice. You'll be learning lots about yourself, about tools, techniques that you can take outside of this space that you can come back to when you are in that busyness of life, when you're in the depths of challenges that life brings, and then grow in resilience through those practices. And then also personal growth. I think it's even more exciting because it's the start of the year. If that aligns with how you start your year with intentions and just a way to deepen your understanding of yourself and transformation. And then really importantly is self-compassion, a huge benefit of this practice. You heard Core many times in the practice. Our minds are so easy to wander, and we can, even in that practice, we can get hard on ourselves, like, why is it so hard? Or why is my mind always wandering? If we can catch ourselves and come back to self-compassion, that in itself is a huge accomplishment and a tool as well. And then also expert guidance. So 3 trained therapists that are here to guide you, to support you, and really give you personalized support that is customized at the beginning of this program.
All right. We want to just open it up